We were at one of the most severe and long-term drought periods that we had seen in decades.
You know, it surprises people that fire is such a big feature in what is a wetland landscape, but believe me, you know, this is a landscape that can get very dry.
This is the year we are going to have a major project fire.
2007 seemed to be the record year in terms of drought.
Okefenokee, at the heart of it it's the Okefenokee Swamp. It's this large wilderness area. It's the headwaters of two large rivers, wild things, alligators. It's just a really unique refuge to be at.
We had areas burn in 2007 that hadn't burned for 75 years, so it's a pretty rough year.
The initial part of the fire actually began outside the refuge, up west of Waycross, Georgia, when high winds out of the northwest popped a power line.
The power line hit the ground and caused a spark in a fire that ran eventually 12 miles into the northwest corner of the refuge.
There were a lot of businesses in the area that became food service operations for the firefighters. At the high point, I think there was something like 4,000.
In order for the swamp ecosystem to maintain itself as a swamp ecosystem, it has to have fire. Historically, I think if you look at the records, these big fires occur, you know, roughly about every 20 to 30 years.
I flew over that one day with Howard McCullough, and there were fire lengths that were like 150 feet. I mean, it was beyond my imagination to see a fire that ferocious burning in the heart of the Okefenokee.
We just had to wait on what we call a season-ending event, which could be anywhere from a 5 to 6 inch rainfall.
Of course, it spread all of that, you know, nitrogen all over the landscape. It was really interesting. When the fire had passed, you could tell that everything had received this dusting of ash. The grass all around this, it never has been greener than it was, you know, later on that summer after the rainfall